you guys are stopping by for the very first time, my name is Jeremiah. I'll be attempting to change out my valve covers. So, preventative maintenance, might as well just stop. I'll pick up brand new ones, change them out. That was the driver's side. Passenger side is pretty much cooked as well. That's probably why I have so much like oil stuff everywhere. I'm not gonna pay attention to this because if you guys do know, carbon fiber hoods, if you leave them open, the sun will eat them up. Mine's got ate up. I got a replacement one coming, so that's soon to be, you know, changed up, put on. So if you guys do learn something from the video, hopefully you guys give me a thumbs up, you know. So let's get into it. I'm not too sure if I said it or not, but those were all 10s. And now, take off you want to be very careful not to cut. Gotta get in the zone. Should try to clean it up a little bit before I everything is loose. I think now we should be able to pry up on it. Notice I had to disconnect the throttle body sensor, this little intake needle thing. Now hopefully it should pull up. I think this has to come off. And this is all part of your fuel line, so I don't really want nothing going in my fuel, so fuel or whatever. Something has to be important. So now should be able to take off the top plenum. Now it should come off. So there is a lot of soot and stuff, so it's really no good. But we're just gonna keep going. We're gonna see what the valves look like. Car does have like almost 210,000 miles on it, so kind of expect it to have a little, you know, like soot and stuff like that. Let's keep on going. So I think the only ones that are holding it down, it's gonna be these middle ones. Probably a couple of outside edges, and then this whole thing should come up. It's a slow progress, but better than no progress. Also, so far these are all like 10 mils too. I think this has to come off. Did all that pretty much for nothing. The whole thing was brittle anyways, but thought we could have saved it. Guess not. Now, so now, get something to cover all this up. So now, I think we just removed the spark plug thing, the spark plugs, and then I think we start taking off all these little bolts, and then this whole valve cover should pop off. So I think now we just have to remove all of these outside bolts, and this whole thing should pop off. Surprised by how loose they are so far. Whole thing was gonna crack anyways. Oh well. So now this side should there we go, just like that. took a little time, but it's out now. Show you guys a little close-up of it. So, you see, it's pretty much clean in here. Very frequent oil changes. Car, again, the car has like 210,000 miles on it. Those were like the original valve covers that were on it. But as you can see, as long as you do your oil changes, everything looks good. So these are the old messed up dirty ones that were on the car compared to the new ones that's about to go on. So when you're taking this apart, gotta just make sure like the old gasket's on here. This one's sandwiched on, and then plus there's oil dripping too, so it's safe to say that one needed to go a long time ago. So we got one side off. We'll do one side and then we'll start on the other side. Once we get this side done, go from there. Pretty much just want to get in here, remove all this gasket. So I wiped down all the edges just because on mine has so much caked up oil that's been in there for so long. So now we're just gonna make this surface flat, and then we'll put RTV. We'll put RTV on the sides, and then we should be able to seal this one back up. And we should start working on the other side, and then fingers crossed this side doesn't leak. But if we do it right, it shouldn't leak. So So now we're just gonna put a dab of where all the old sealant was. It's gonna be right here at the top. Put some right there at the top, and then right here at the bottom as well. A little bit probably goes a long ways anyways, so. So as you guys can see, hold on, give me a second. Alright, so as you can see now, put some right there, and put some right there, especially just on the corners of it, so it has a better chance of sealing. Shaved off all the old gasket material that was on there, make it nice and even. So put you guys back up, and then now we should put this side of the valve cover back on and start closing this side up. So now we'll grab the new one with all the wiring. Just like that with a good push. This side is on. Now we just need to get the bolts. Put all the bolts in. And then we'll start connecting everything back up on this side, and then we'll jump to that side. Always want to make sure too the gasket is flat. I'll show you guys right now what I mean, but want to make sure everything is laying as flat as possible. And then I remember I dropped the bolt too, because the bolt goes right here. So I think once I find that bolt, which is probably somewhere on the floor, tighten all this down, put on the spark plugs, reconnect everything, and we should be good. So now we could go ahead and bolt everything down, and then we could start reconnecting the harness on this side, and then just keep on going, and then we'll probably get to the other side as well. Alright, so now I barely crimped them all down. So now I'm really just gonna make them all tight. Probably might go like in a crisscross, or I might just go. I'm not too sure how tight these have to be. These are plastic, so I don't really want to crack them. Yeah. So now we're just pretty much gonna reverse the process. I can drop these in here. So pretty much now, just gonna reverse the process. We'll put in spark plugs, tighten those down. So all of them should go in. And then now we should just start reconnecting everything from the back and then finish up this side. So we're working on the passenger side now. It's gonna be a couple hard bolts to get to. There's that one way down there. That one. One on top. I already took out the spark plugs. I already took all those out. So this should pop out once I take off these little clips. This whole thing should pop up and then the new one should come in. You know, so far the level of difficulty of installing these, it's not hard, but it's also not really easy. Not unless if you know what you're doing. But since this is my first time really doing this, it's taken me quite a bit longer, but I'm learning, and that's the good thing. So, but yeah, the old one compared to the new one, there's still some stuff that we still have to button up, but at least the valve covers will be on. Losing daylight, but we're gonna keep on going. So now we're gonna try to get this side. I went ahead, skipped ahead a little bit, but finally got the old valve cover off. Cleaned up the surfaces, got all gasket off. Again, this side looks similar to the other side, which is very good. Car has, you know, again, 200,000 miles on it, so these were long overdue, plus they were all caked up and nasty anyways. So yeah, so now I'm gonna put on some sealant that goes on right here. Not too sure, but right there at the bottom as well. And then I'm gonna slap on the new valve cover. And this side should be done, and then probably sometime or tomorrow in the morning we should be able to finish this all up. Since, you know, time was really out of hand, so, but we're powering through it. We're getting this done. So I'm gonna try to record what I can, but if it's just too dark, then I'll show you guys tomorrow what I finished. It's currently the next day. I think I left off on the video. This whole valve cover wasn't even on. So this whole side's on, it's all cranked down. I ended up breaking the coolant T-fitting, so I have to order a new one for that. As you can tell, this one's just rusted bad, so now we should just be able to put back on the plenum, tighten down the plenum, and then we should be able to start figuring out everything else. Oh, I also did get a new gasket, so I'm gonna be changing that out. And we should be pretty much almost done, for the most part, at least, so. Should be able to finish this all today. It is early too in the day, so let's get it. So I ended up putting everything back together. If it's done right, you shouldn't leak anything. Just to keep the video short, because I know I've probably been recording for a long time anyways, but it's all put back together. Just no signs of leakings, and I also took it around the block as well. Also have no check engine codes, so I know I did it right. But if you guys end up having like check engine lights or check engine code or anything like that, depending on the code, I would just say research the code. But it could also be that when you're putting this all back together, you could mess up like the spark plugs. Not the spark plugs, but like the harness for them. Like you could put them on backwards or something like that. But yeah, so that's the whole video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop them down in the comment below. I think in my next video too, I have like a belt squeak, so I'm gonna try to address that, and then I'm also gonna videotape it as well. So stay tuned for the next video. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe.